Hey, what's up? This is Gardetrace. And is it me, or has Super Saiyan Blue gotten weak as fuck now? In the past few episodes of Dragon Ball Super, Goku has been recruiting team members to partake in the Tournament of Power. And during these, he is testing out the people that he's recruiting, and what is being done here is it seems like the overall power of Super Saiyan Blue has been greatly nerfed. And also, one thing that I've been noticing is that there's been an increase in people who have been able to go toe to toe with Super Saiyan God Goku. So, one thing that's really got me thinking is Super Saiyan God just nerfed? Or are they just making the other characters greatly overpowered? Because one thing about Dragon Ball Super, the power scale has been complete shit ever since the Resurrection F arc. And then it's gotten even shittier by the time we get to the Future Trunks arc, which is pretty much fucked the power scaling right in the ass. We have Super Saiyan Blue Goku engaged in a sparring match against Krillin. The two find themselves locked in a Kamehameha beam struggle, and Krillin is able to put up resistance as opposed to being obliterated completely, which would make more logical sense. Then Android 18 intervenes by kicking away Super Saiyan Blue Goku's Kamehameha, when we all know that her leg would be completely disintegrated upon making contact with it. But that's not all. We have a sparring match between Goku and Android 17, and 17 is able to overwhelm Goku in his Super Saiyan form, so Goku resorts to Super Saiyan Blue. However, 17 is still capable of going toe-to-toe with Goku, which makes me wonder exactly how much power does 17 have, especially since he was saying that he wasn't going all out in that fight either. What is the deal? What exactly is going on here? Well, one thing about Super Saiyan Blue that's constantly being thrown around is the form is all about ki control. He is able to discharge, let out as much ki as he needs for a particular situation. So he's up against these guys. He's not actually going at full power with them. He's holding back to be able to gauge their power. But that makes no fucking sense for so many reasons. Reason one, why go into your most powerful form if you're gonna do nothing but hold yourself back? Unless you're up against someone who's forcing you to go all out, why even showcase Super Saiyan Blue against an opponent that doesn't even come remotely close to reaching a fraction of its full power?
Go on, channel that Super Saiyan glow I hate so much.
To be honest, Frieza, I'm not so sure I need to yet.
Oh, and as for Tokyosaurus's analogy on how Super Saiyan Blue is like a lamp switch, I gotta say, fuck that analogy. It's completely stupid and it makes no sense. Why use your most powerful form only to hold back a lot instead of just simply using the lower forms of Super Saiyan and working your way up to gauge where they're able to stack up? Hey, you can handle Super Saiyan? Okay, let's go to the next level. Hey, you can handle Super Saiyan 2. Okay, let's go to the next level. Whoa, I am impressed. You can handle Super Saiyan 3. Okay then, but let's see if you can handle the realm of gods. Doesn't that make a whole lot more sense to you? It does to me. But, you know, a lot of people are idiots, so that's probably why it's making no sense to them, because they can't think of the logic behind it. But the point is, you have an incredibly powerful form, yet you're holding it back, so really, it makes no sense for you to do that. Oh, and the next thing that doesn't make sense is the whole ki control bullshit. Unlike the previous Super Saiyan transformations, Super Saiyan Blue is achieved through a calm mind, and also isn't draining of the user by simply maintaining the transformation, or by transforming in the first place. This form is the result of a Saiyan who has mastered the power of a Super Saiyan God, tapping into their godly ki while transforming into a Super Saiyan. Goku and Vegeta obtained this form after their training with Whis. The thing about this form is Super Saiyan God would be the Saiyan's base form, and if they're tapping into their Super Saiyan energy, this would mean that it would result in a 50 times multiplier. However, we see that obviously isn't the case, and one thing to take note of is we haven't gotten a clear-cut explanation on exactly how strong Super Saiyan God is and how strong Super Saiyan Blue is. When it comes to Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue, these forms enable the user to go toe-to-toe with powerful gods such as Beerus, as Beerus used 70% of his full power in his match against Super Saiyan God Goku. But for anybody lower than that, they don't even measure up to that much, as it only took Beerus 10% of his full power to overwhelm Vegeta after going full-on rage mode. And as for everyone else, it required less than 10% of Beerus' full power, and that includes Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So, Beerus was greatly holding back to using a very small portion of his power, yet it was still way too much for non-gods to handle. Which makes me wonder, how exactly is Goku able to essentially lower himself to be weaker than a Super Saiyan while in his Super Saiyan Blue form? Because he is able to lower himself to the point where he's not completely overwhelming a human character such as Krillin, which really does not make a whole lot of sense given how powerful the form is.
That does not make sense!
You know what, it seems like they pretty much threw that key control rule as a way to having Goku being able to gauge his power to fight weaker foes without just completely obliterating them. But what that does is that completely fucks with the power scaling. And another thing you gotta take note of is it just feels like Toriyama's half-assed way to try to answer to everybody's complaints on how you ain't Saiyan, you ain't shit, because by the time we get the Super Saiyan transformations, the human characters have been left in the dust. But the thing about it is, the story that you have been presenting to us for all this time have been running on this, showing how powerful the different forms of Super Saiyan are and how everyone is being left in the dust with each new transformation. So now you guys are trying to go back on that, and you're not even doing a good job on it. You know, you guys have already set this, so don't try to go back on what you already set, because you're going back on it. You're just trying to give all of these other characters half-ass power-ups with no explanation on how they got it. It's like, come on. So really, when it comes to this whole key control business, basically it's saying that when Goku is Super Saiyan Blue, he is as strong as he needs to be for any particular situation. So what, are you guys trying to make Goku into Superman now? No, don't try to make Goku Superman. Because that's what it really feels like. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna be this strong for this situation. So, okay, now here's an enemy that's leaps and bounds stronger than the one I just faced. So, hey, now this form is this powerful. No! Fuck you, Toriyama. Fuck you, Toei. Give us a set power that Super Saiyan Blue provides, make up your mind with it, and follow through. Just pick a power and stick with it. Don't just say, okay, it can be lowered down to this point, because I'm not gonna fucking buy that. On the one hand, he is in a beam struggle with the likes of Krillin, who he should just absolutely obliterate. On the other hand, he's going toe-to-toe with Golden Frieza and Beerus, and just fuck you. Okay, here's an analogy. Let's have Krillin as an ant, and we got Goku as a person. Let's say if he even tries to just slightly brush over the ant, well then guess what? He's still gonna greatly hurt the ant no matter how hard he's trying to hold back. Like, put it this way, you brush over an ant even slightly, that's way more than an ant is gonna be able to handle. So you're gonna tell me that he is going to hold his power back that much against somebody who is essentially an ant to him? That is bullshit. It's like, come on. Why do you think Frieza was such an overwhelming force? Because he has so much power, he can't hold it back. And as far as he's concerned, everyone's ants to him. Hell, even when he went into his second form, he said, when ants battle a dinosaur, who do you think's gonna emerge victorious? Because, well, it makes sense. It's like, you know, his power is so great, theirs is so small in comparison, there's only so much he's gonna be able to hold back. Goku is at a level much higher than any of the other characters. Reason 3. The other characters seem like they're just pulling power-ups out of their ass. Can someone please explain to me exactly how did 17 gain this level of power? Who exactly did he train with? What was his training regimen? One thing you gotta understand about Android 17 is that he is a married man with kids. So when is he gonna find the time to go out and do this training regimen? Unless we're saying, hey, is he as neglectful of a father as Goku? But even so, that still does not make sense. And another thing to take note of is, what's his training regimen? On that island? Is he just simply beating up poachers? That's not much of a training regimen if you're just completely overpowering your training partner. It's just like my gripe about how Golden Frieza became a thing. How the fuck did Frieza become that powerful to the point where he's surpassing a Super Saiyan God within 4 months of training? What was his training regimen? In Dragon Ball Super, it just lets us know that Tagoma was his training partner, but all he was pretty much doing was beating up Tagoma. Just beating somebody up repeatedly isn't much of a training regimen. And another thing to take note of is the fact that we don't see it. It's just more so they realize how stupid this is as well, and they're just expecting you to go with it. The problem is, I have sense. The fact that Android 17 is able to hold his own while still holding back against Super Saiyan Blue is so ridiculous. It's like, pretty much it's like if it's saying that Android 17 could handle Goku as a Saiyan beyond God, and that's something that even Frieza, after his intense training regimen, couldn't handle in his final form. However, his first form was able to overpower the other Z fighters to the point where they were too scared to act. This makes about as much sense as Super 17 did. How exactly are two Android 17s gonna fuse together to form one that is stronger than Perfect Cell and Majin Buu and basically everyone for that matter? I don't know, but that does not make sense, and neither does 17 training to gain this level of power.
It does not make sense!
The thing about this tournament of power, I already had my issues about it going in, and right now I'm just seeing that they're just giving the non-Saiyan characters power-ups without any rhyme or reason on how they could actually get it. And when you consider that they're getting this strong off screen, then they can just make up whatever story that they want about how they got this power, and they expect the audience to go with it. But I'm not gonna just go with it, I'm gonna call it out on this bullshit, and that is exactly what it is. Bullshit. So what do you guys think about Super Saiyan Blue and this whole key control bullshit? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Also, like and subscribe to my channel for more content to come. That'll be the end of this video. Have a good day, everyone. This is Trace, signing out.